This episode of Totes Recall is sponsored by
TerribleOrigami.com
/Etsy store.
No, just TerribleOrigami.com. But it goes to Etsy. And you can purchase real products.
They're great. They're folded paper in the forms of things like a tree.
Or an accordion.
I don't know if there's a tree.
Well, there should be.
I think there is a tree.
Get on that terrible origami.
But paper is made from trees, so they're all trees.
There you go, nailed it. All trees. It's a bunch of trees.
Hashtag yes, all trees.
TerribleOrigami.com.
Putting the OMG in origami.
Don't sound bored.
You yelled at me at the beginning of this, so I didn't even want to participate in the plug.
Moment of $1 Million Frog. Red Big Fist.
Totes Recall.
Welcome to Totes Recall, the podcast where we talk about a movie we barely remember, watch that movie, eat pizza and 2 different kinds of salad.
Oh,
and
nice.
No, come on.
Nice details.
Watch that movie again and then talk about it for a second time. My name is Dan.
I'm Molly, and I object to pizza talk.
I'm also Dan. Loved the salad addendum.
And I'm Beth. I have no additional...
No
opinions?
No.
Yet.
Well, I'm pro pizza.
Sure.
Pro double salad.
Probiotics.
Ooh.
Propecia.
Nope, these are totally unrelated.
Okay.
Gosh, what movie are we watching tonight?
Our movie is Point Break, the original, the original, parenthetical, the first one.
Yes, and why are we watching it?
Because, May is Respect Listener Opinions Month.
Yay!
Thank you, listeners.
So, if you don't know what that means, we called out for suggestions. People suggested movies. We posted a poll, and Point Break was the top voted movie of that poll, so we're watching it.
By a landslide, from what I hear.
Yeah. There were some somewhat close contenders.
Okay.
What aren't we watching?
No.
No, I don't want those other movies to feel bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get ready to be respected.
Listener,
Yes, Beth?
some of the listeners that voted for this movie?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I don't know.
What were you going to say?
I don't remember, so then I just agreed with what Dan said.
Fair enough.
Is that the structure of the show? Is I yell too quickly and then you forget what you want to say and
Yeah.
just agree with Dan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually.
So I'm like diluting the opinions of this podcast every time I open my mouth.
There's
I
gotta
actually
be...
remember movies really well, but then you start saying
No!
and then I completely forget what
Oh,
happens.
no.
Well, that's good, because we're kind of predicated on not remembering them.
That's true.
Well,
Yeah.
and I think I've aced not remembering this one because I am 90% sure I've never seen it.
Right.
And in fact, I think every memory I have of it is either from the DVD case
Yep.
or from Hot Fuzz,
Yep.
which references the movie a lot.
Indeed.
So,
Yeah.
well, there's just a lot of have you ever felt like you just had to shoot into the air and go,
That's in
something
this
like
movie.
that?
Yeah.
I assume.
There's actually a scene there's a scene of Point Break in Hot Fuzz.
Oh, really?
I actually had seen Hot Fuzz before I'd seen Point Break.
Oh.
Yeah, like I knew of Point Break, but then that movie referenced it, and then I was like, I really should see that movie because that looks amazing.
So does Point Break have Keanu Reeves?
Yes.
And Kurt Russell?
No.
No.
But I often lump Patrick Swayze, who is in this movie,
Oh.
and Kurt Russell together. Kurt Russell's like the all-action version of Patrick Swayze, to my mind.
Whereas Patrick Swayze is all dancing.
He's a
And-
lover and a fighter.
Yes, there, perfect. Yes.
Yes.
I don't know. I've seen Kurt Russell in Overboard.
Oh.
It's very charming.
But isn't he like tricking a woman in that movie?
That is...
But also, they fall in love, and
Sure.
she becomes a better person for it.
But don't you think we'll be really upset with that movie when we rewatch it?
Yeah, doesn't he
seem
scam a woman into being his wife and making her do chores
Yes.
Yeah,
so she can learn a lesson?
kind of.
Kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Patriarchy.
And also he sees a birthmark on her butt.
You guys
What?
don't ruin this movie for
Sorry.
me. I love this movie.
I think now you've put those two together for me. I think of Kurt Russell as Kurt Russell is like Swayze's like grumpy brother or something. You know what I mean? Like if Swayze brought you home to like meet his family, like Kurt Russell would be the guy who'd like come out of the kitchen drinking beer, like, oh hey asshole, and like rib Swayze a little bit.
Yeah, and then he'd hop on his motorcycle and tear out of there.
Yeah, and then his mom would be like, Kurt, get back here, we're having dinner.
Yeah.
I got him wearing headphones.
That's how it would go.
I lean back. I'm trying to stay far away from that.
I don't remember when I first saw this movie, but I've seen it more than once.
Me too.
And one time, it was the first movie we watched on our current television. So we plugged it in and we're like, oh, our flat screen television, aren't we fancy people?
Yeah.
And then it was just like on TBS or whatever.
Nice.
And I was like, I'm in. And we just watched that. It had weird commercial breaks.
Cool.
And it was great. But the last time I watched the movie was while we were in the hospital before the delivery of my
Shut up.
What?
And we only watched about half of it because labor got too intense to finish the movie.
Did you bring it along? Was that like part of your bag?
Yeah, we brought a bunch of movies because, like, you don't know how long you're going in for.
yeah.
We were there a few days. We watched Roadhouse. My wife had never seen Roadhouse, and I was like, we should watch Roadhouse. It's amazing. And they were like, well, let's stay on a theme and watch another Swayze movie.
Yeah.
Let's watch Point Break. There was one nurse who was super into it. It was like, oh yeah, Swayze. Like, it was like really into us watching a Swayze movie.
Yeah.
But the best part about that experience was I couldn't, like, it was an intense experience.
Yes.
But I also couldn't help occasionally making some jokes.
Yes.
So there was a point where we were deep into the intensity of labor where I just said, so you want to finish Point Break? And my wife just said, you're so stupid. And all the nurses kind of chuckled and were like, what is up with these people?
Right. Follow-up question.
Yeah.
Were any of the nurses disappointed you did not end up naming your child Patrick?
Yeah, come on.
There was a lot of jokes about naming him Patrick or Swayze.
Or Bodie?
Or Bodie.
Yeah.
Bodie. But so I've seen this movie a couple times and I love it.
Yeah.
And it's great.
I have a far less intense story. I've seen this movie multiple times. If you'd like to keep that theme going.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know, because like you have not seen it,
Oh.
but I also would like to hear your perspective on it.
Oh, really? Well, I assume it's an action movie. I assume there's surfing in it, but only because during our online chat today, somebody posted a wave.
Sure.
Oh, I didn't know that would be a spoiler.
Well,
I think there's
that
a wave
just-
on the cover, right?
I feel like you might be overestimating what it would take to be a spoiler or under. Anyway, yeah, so I assume it's by the ocean and they shoot in the air and they're friends.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they start out friends, but I know they end up friends. And I'm hoping no animals are injured in this movie.
That's about it?
That's it.
That's pretty good.
So who do you think is in this movie?
Well, now I think it's Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll be great.
Yeah.
I'm no, I don't know. We
He's
don't
Yeah.
know.
always great.
No, I mean,
I'm a big Swayze fan, but also Keanu fan.
Cool.
As known in the Matrix newsletter, where I just wrote about how much I love Keanu.
And this
subscribe, totesreal.com, scroll down, enter your email.
yeah, and this is like the beauty about Point Break is
good.
this is still in the era where like Keanu Reeves is young enough where either he, the actor, or the directors directing him feel like he has to be like an intense Spitfire action guy. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of like really uncomfortable attempts at being aggressive in this movie that are hilarious.
Oh, does he ever jut his hair out of the way in an aggressive way?
I don't think so.
I think he
I'd
keeps
like
it.
to make that bet.
Yeah.
All right.
Hair jut. I'm
Hair
ready.
jutting.
I'm going to counterbet that he keeps it high and tight in this movie.
Yeah. He's kind of a clean-cut dude.
Oh, does that mean then Patrick Swayze is like a maverick?
I mean,
Are they both mavericks?
well, it depends on.
They're both mavericks in a
In
sense.
a way,
Yeah.
sure.
In their different fields.
Yeah.
Are they both police officers?
Who's to say?
Oh, drug dealers.
Who's
Got
to
it.
say?
No, I get it now. I know what this is about.
Okay, well, hit me. What's it about?
It's about drug dealers and cops who become friends.
Where's the wave
I
coming?
think I might be thinking of Miami Vice, actually.
I haven't seen
Molly,
it, so I can't say if you're
you've
right or
seen
wrong.
the movie Too Fast, Too Furious. Is that correct?
Yes.
you feel like you could summarize the plot of that movie?
Bad.
Oh, that's mean, but true. There's cars, and people become friends,
That's good.
Yeah,
and no animals get injured.
Is that true? Was there no animals injured in Too Fast?
probably not. I feel like there was too much cars just driving
Oh
around.
yeah, like in the desert. There was like, I guess they could have put a shot of like a lizard getting run over, but that would have been like that would have cost money.
gratuitous. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, Too Fast is kind of... Is it Too Fast, the one that's like essentially Point Break with cars instead of surfing?
Yes.
Kinda,
It's
right?
exactly the same plot.
Yeah. Ooh, except I don't think it.
So one guy's an undercover cop, and he becomes friends with a car thief, a surfboard thief.
Yes, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Cool. I'm gonna enjoy this movie.
that's pretty much right.
The surfing industry is falling apart.
Beth, would you say you have a poor memory of this movie, or
I mean,
not so much?
Well, I saw it for the first time last year.
Aha.
I would say that I don't remember it that well. I can like kind of recap it.
Yeah,
there are moments
hit
in
us with some stuff.
Well, spoiler alert to Molly.
That's okay.
Patrick Swayze robs banks,
Oh.
and they wear presidential masks. Like Nixon is a president.
Well, that's great. Let's go down the masks.
Oh, Gary Busey's in this movie.
Yes,
okay,
he
it's
is.
fine. Okay,
He
sorry,
is.
but back to the masks.
Because there are 4. I'm almost sure there's 4.
Yes,
Let's
I'm
bet
going to
there's
double
4.
down on that.
You got Nixon.
Nixon, Ford.
I'll agree.
Wilson?
I'll agree with
No,
that.
Clinton.
Sure.
I feel like Ford is for sure one of them.
Yeah.
Why not?
No Reagan?
Kennedy,
Carter.
Kennedy and Carter.
No Reagan?
Oh, Reagan for sure.
I mean,
Yes.
Reagan's a mega
Yes.
capitalist.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I feel like
Irony.
no Kennedy.
no Kennedy. Are they?
I'm gonna go Carter. This is me, Dan, going Carter.
I'm gonna go Kennedy over Carter.
Ooh.
Okay.
Keep it
but-
spicy.
No, the current president. When did this movie come out?
I'm going to say 92.
92. That feels right.
Yeah, so it'd be Clinton.
Yeah,
That's true.
but also no.
I would
the
like to make
previous
a
one.
bet that Clinton was president in 92.
All right. We'll check into that.
Oh man, you guys! Speaking of Nixon, though, I remember
Ooh.
watching a newsreel of the 70s, when I was in school, and there was just this moment of Nixon coming off of Air Force One at an airstrip in Alabama, and there were these high schoolers. I think they were cheerleaders. And when the door opened and he started to head down, they all said, "We love you, Mr. President."
Who said that? The kids
The
did.
kids
Oh,
did.
okay.
And there's something about the rhythm of "We love you, Mr. President" that really stuck with me.
Yeah.
And I think about probably too often.
Is there a president that you wish you could say that to in that tone? I don't know
Obama.
if we want to get too political.
No,
Okay,
I don't
well,
mean
we
too
just did.
political. Well, Jimmy Carter, actually.
You love him?
I love him.
Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Are you gonna be really pumped when you see him or not see him in this movie?
Yes.
Dan's bet, I won't be able to identify all 4 presidents.
Oh.
Wait, what do you mean?
Wow.
Like, I'll see the masks, and that won't be the answer for me. Like, I won't know. Like, Nixon for sure is in there.
Yeah.
He's got that nose, and
Yeah.
there's a moment where
There's
someone
several
does a
moments.
Nixon, like, I'm not a
Right.
crook, even
Yeah.
though they are a crook because they're stealing money.
Oh, I
It's
get it.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I already don't like this movie.
You 180 on it.
There's okay.
If that's all it takes, you are going to not have a good time.
But I don't think I'm going to know the faces of at least one.
That's
I think there's
amazing.
going to be one that I'm not going to be able to identify.
Okay,
That is incredible.
it's kind of scary.
That I don't know Prez faces?
Yeah.
Well, it's like press face in the last, 30 years tops?
Yeah.
40 now? I don't know.
I don't know
What
if
you
the
didn't see
podcast
is
can...
quit doing like a little shoulder, like
Yeah, like a...
It was like the
Yeah.
tiniest shoulder shrug I've ever seen.
It,
Yeah.
it was the equivalent of a.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't think I know if I could tell a Ford and a Carter rubber mask apart.
Really?
Ooh.
If they were on The Simpsons, yes. I know what Simpsons Ford looks like. 'Cause
Sure.
He plays football and is simple.
Right.
What? Oh, no.
That's that Simpsons episode, right? Like
Yeah.
Ford moves
I know
across
what
the
you're talking
street.
about.
And
Plays
then
football. I feel like he's a golf person.
Well, he bonds with Homer Simpson at the end over football.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then they go to watch football.
Is that the same one where they're like against George H?
The joke is that they send the Bushes packing.
Yeah.
And then immediately Gerald Ford moves into the same house.
That's what it is,
That's
yeah.
like the stinger at the end of the show. Not this movie.
Not this movie.
Oh yeah, what happens in this movie?
A lot. I'm not sure how much I want to go over.
Yeah,
But that's also what we do in this
Yeah,
first
do
half.
it. Go for it.
Ooh, do you want to hear my story of watching this movie a lot?
Yeah.
It's much less. It's very, very much lower stakes than your story. But I have a friend who we go to his mother and stepfather live in this very large. We call it a cabin, but it's basically just like a nice house in the woods up north. And his stepfather has this immaculate, amazing collection of VHS tapes. Like, they're everywhere. Like, that's part of the joy. Is like you just open a cupboard and there's another 24 VHS tapes. And every year we find Point Break just so it's available. Because,
Yeah.
at some point it's going to be on the TV.
Yeah.
But last year, or I think it was last year, whenever the last time I was there, it got to the point where someone literally put Point Break into the VCR and just walked away, and Point Break played on a loop for 12 hours. So we would be going and doing fun stuff outside, but then anytime you came back to use the bathroom or eat something, there would always be a part of Point Break happening. And so I ended up watching the whole movie, but completely out of sequence. And it was delightful. And I also found that there are certain scenes in that movie where no matter how many times you've seen them in a 12-hour period, you will stop and watch that entire scene.
Was the VCR one of those ones that automatically
Yes,
rewinds?
exactly,
So it's
yes.
just no one touched it. No
Correct.
one was like, let's re-up on
Correct.
this.
The machine decreed that Point Break would continue to play.
Yeah, I like that. It's like you're in a weird German dance club where they play movies. And then
Or
there's dance
one
music.
movie.
They play a single movie over and over
Yeah,
again.
and instead of dancers, there's one hungover guy taking a nap.
Yeah. This movie is directed by Catherine Bigelow,
Yes.
Academy Award-winning director for The Hurt Locker,
Whoa.
which I find funny in retrospect. But now I kind of think of this movie whenever I watch it, and we'll see if I watch it again. I'm curious to see how watching it more critically will go. It's always a little different experience watching a movie for the podcast.
Yes.
But I always kind of think of this movie as, excuse me, as kind of a crappy, over-the-top 90s action movie on the surface, but underneath a legit, amazing, well-done movie.
Yeah.
It's like a great movie wrapped in a shitty movie's skin. And so I want to see if that still holds up as I watch, because there's moments of oh, this is a great director who's going to go win an Academy Award eventually.
Yeah.
And she's making great choices, but it's also Keanu, Busey, sways, action, shoot guns, surfboards, meatball subs.
Totally buy that. Because on the surface, this movie is so stupid. But there are some compelling elements to it, right? There has to be. Otherwise, why would people enjoy it as much as they do?
Yeah.
Because this is compared to Con Air, this is an art piece.
Yeah.
I
Agreed.
just feel like there's no, it can't be good in a good way.
Oh, we'll see.
We'll see.
I feel like it is. It's got Anthony Kiedis in it.
Come on.
I'm on board. I had a big
back
crush on
board.
him.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's a movie about surfing in Southern California.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in the 90s.
Yeah.
You got to have a chili pepper in there.
That's the rule,
And
right?
Flea wasn't available, or
I don't think Flea's in it.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
Jaquette's bet
No.
no Flea.
No.
Yeah, because I remember when we first were watching it, that during the weekend of Point Break, we had the thought that all the Chili Peppers were that group of dudes.
Yeah.
We just had assumed that the whole band was in it, but then once that scene came out, it's oh no, it's just
It would make sense.
It would.
You kind of want it to be. You always want them
Yeah.
to be together.
yeah.
In The Chase, which is a terrible Charlie Sheen movie.
Okay.
Kiedis and Flea are buddies in that. And they're weird trucker dudes
Yeah.
who are chasing. They're tertiary characters.
Sure.
Charlie Sheen kidnaps a girl
oh, gee,
by
I'm already
accident,
bored.
but then they fall in love. I think
Okay.
it's a really bad movie.
Yeah.
He kidnaps her by accident?
Or maybe it's not the main thing, It's like, I'm
She's
doing
like-
something else. I
He,
better
steals
kidnap
a
her to get
car
away.
And she's like
Something like
taking
that.
a nap in the
Yeah.
backseat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he holds her up with a Snickers bar
What?
and pretends it's a gun.
Oh, I see.
Now I want a Snickers bar.
Yeah, God.
Sorry, candy bar. We're not sponsored by Snickers.
No, we're not.
I'll give that free airplay. Anyway, tweet at us. # what would that Chase movie? And then either summary of the biopic for Molly Chase or summary of the movie The Chase starring Charlie Sheen with tertiary characters Anthony Kiedis and the Flea.
The
No.
Flea, yep.
Flea.
The Flea.
The Flea.
No.
Like the Tick.
Yeah.
No.
The Flea.
Or The Edge.
Yeah, so I think that's going on. Another thing I love about this movie is that Keanu Reeves' character went to law school on a football scholarship,
Yeah.
which is not something people do. It's amazing. Gary Busey is a wild man,
So good.
crazy person.
Sort
I feel
of.
like there's a scene where he is ordering hot dogs.
Yes, and it's incredible. It's like
Okay.
one of the best line deliveries
Oh.
in the history of film.
It's not hot dogs though. It's meatball subs.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Sorry.
wanted it to be hot dogs.
I'm sorry.
Isn't that funny too, though?
Sure.
2.
Think about it. It's an entire submarine sandwich.
Yeah.
And he is ordering more than one.
Yep.
That's
okay.
pretty funny.
It's humorous.
He's a big eating dude.
There is a scene with a lawnmower.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's pretty intense.
Yes.
And a scene with a dog.
Oh.
There's a scene with a dog.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
I'm
maybe
not going to spoil it for you, Molly.
it's maybe one of the best parts of the movie. For
Okay.
me.
All right.
It is my favorite scene in the movie. Ever. So
Okay. Molly's bets. It will be my favorite scene in the movie.
We'll see.
Does it, by any chance, pass the Bechdel-Wallace test? Do we
no.
think? No,
No
not even
way.
at all.
Oh, yeah, I don't think so.
I will
think-
tell you. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think that I can only think of one woman in it.
yeah.
And
agree.
who that actress is?
Lori Petty,
What else is she in?
Tank Girl.
Okay, I've never seen Tank Girl.
I don't know what else she's in.
I saw her in something else after I saw Point Break.
Sure.
I will have the answer after the break.
Nice. Yeah, I can't
Point
even
Break.
think of another
Ah.
woman.
That has a name.
Oh, there's
like
a
there's some
naked
other
woman.
like there's some there's a name
Yeah,
of
but
them.
there's like ladies who are just around crimers.
Yeah.
Because that's how these movies work. There's always whenever
Yeah.
you invade a crimer's space, there's going to be some random woman who gets in the
Yeah.
screams or gets in the way.
Yeah,
That's
or,
the rule.
Or is like, hey, I love you because
Yeah.
you're a crimer.
Right.
There's a lady crimer,
Yeah.
but she's unnamed.
Is there any lady cops?
Probably not.
Yeah.
There's probably
Oh
one.
yeah, that actress has like a really interesting voice.
Yeah.
Petty?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll think of it.
Molly, what would you guess her role is based on how movies work or your vague inclinations, ideas about this movie?
She is a good guy, and maybe she's like the spouse of somebody who cares about that person and doesn't want them getting mixed up in this dangerous business.
Okay. What is your prediction her relationship to surfing is?
Oh,
Because
she's,
everyone in this movie has a relationship to
Oh, really?
surfing, as you may have guessed.
she is an awesome surfer / lifeguard / boater.
What's a boater?
Someone who boats?
Someone who boats.
Oh, so she surfs, but also sometimes gets on a boat?
I guess. I don't know. I just want to put her in the water.
Sure.
So, yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'm
Yeah.
going to be very excited if there's a lot of surfing in this movie.
Are you big into surfing?
I love surfing.
Do you know how to surf?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I went surfing one time, and I was supposed to only go for 5 days, but I stayed for like 13 days. And on the last day, I had to leave for the airport at 7 in the morning. So at 5:30 in the morning, I was digging a longboard out from under a house and dragging it to the ocean to get one more ride in. It was really cool. Yeah, it was a pretty pivotal time in my life. I'd become really disillusioned with my corporate job. And I went away for 2 weeks and went surfing. And when I came back, I think I was changed because people would come into my office and they'd have some frustration or whatever. And I would do my best to address it. And then they would say, That's cool, but can you put that in terms of one of your surfing analogies? Be like, oh, yeah, it's not really about riding the wave in, it's about paddling out, you know? And you can't, like, go against the water. Like, you have to time it so you go with the water or you'll exhaust yourself.
Oh my
Okay.
God, you are gonna love this
I
movie.
was just gonna say Dan's revised bet. Molly is gonna relate to half of these characters super hard.
Wow,
Because surfing is
Real hard.
the source, Molly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
If you like the idea of a beautifully coiffed man speaking philosophically about surfing, you're gonna love this fucking
Oh,
movie.
man.
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you, listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a gift to Molly.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Twist! What a twist!
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to stop you guys from making bets, but it does seem like you all watched it very recently.
Yeah,
so...
I think this is. I'm excited we're watching this movie,
Me too.
listeners. But it's also not a movie we necessarily would pick because we remember it well or haven't seen it. Although haven't seen it is quickly becoming a fine criteria for us.
A very common, unintentional theme for
Yeah.
our show.
Well, how much do you think you guys are going to like it?
Who? I think I'm gonna like it a lot.
How many coiffed surfboards?
Coiffed surfboard?
Wait, the board?
The board is coiffed?
Yeah,
I don't know. Sure.
Oh, that's amazing.
My gut is to give
Somebody
it
draw that and tweet it to us, please.
hashtag what would that coif board.
Yep.
yep.
Bonus points if you spell quaff correctly.
Yeah. My gut tells me to give it 4 for room to grow.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be bold and just say 5 coiffed surfboards. Just right out the gate.
Yeah.
I hope my paying attention and taking notes doesn't decrease my viewing. That's
Right.
my one worry.
Right.
That I'm going to think about it more than I normally do and be like, oh no, it's just a dumb movie.
Right.
Oh no. I'm gonna be brave and give it 4.
Ooh.
Just because of the surf thing that just happened. We'll find out.
Right.
Yeah.
Just ride that wave.
Yeah.
I get it.
I am also going to give it 5 quaff boards, and I have no illusions that it's not anything more than a dumb movie, but I don't care. I love this movie. 5 quaff boards.
Coif board.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 5.
What?
I'm gonna
What?
give Keanu Reeves' performance though. This is a side
Yeah.
rating. Probably a 2.
Okay.
Because I don't like Keanu Reeves.
Wait, can we break it down even? We already knew that.
Did
Yeah.
we?
Dave
Yeah.
Ortiz will know from the Matrix episode.
I forgot. He's
Can we-
amazing.
Would you be willing to break it down even more? If you're going to rate Keanu, can you give me a prediction on Sways, Busey?
Okay, Busey's a 5.
Okay.
And then Sways, I'm gonna give 4.
Okay. How about Anthony Kiedis?
10.
Oh,
How about the guy from Scrubs who's their boss?
Wait.
Oh,
what?
yeah!
Oh yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Oh, what is his name?
He did a lot. He played a lot of characters like this in movies in the 90s where he was just like, I am speaking very intensely.
wait, is he the
Does he have a
janitor?
mustache in this movie?
Ooh.
I think he does
Great
have a
question.
mustache.
I think he doesn't.
Okay, I'm going mustache.
Okay, let's call that the performance rating then.
Okay, mustache.
Yeah.
Okay. And how about a female character? How about Lori Petty? Rate her.
The venom in the voice there.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Or don't.
7.
So,
Man.
No, I don't know.
I would say like 3.
yeah, we'll see.
I mean, she was memorable enough that I remember her voice,
Sure.
Yeah.
but not enough for me to remember her name.
I think she probably does fine.
Yeah.
I like these ratings, though. I'd probably give Keanu 10 as well.
Sure.
Oh, and I'm gonna give the dog infinity, just
Yeah.
an infinity sign.
Like a participation award almost.
Yeah, like-
yeah.
It is the star of this movie.
Yes, agreed.
Hush up, everybody. Let's go watch this awesome movie about
Whoa.
surfing and dogs. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be so disappointed.
You're
Yep.
gonna either love it or hate it.
It's going to be great.
And we're going to hit pause, and then we're going to go watch the movie. We'll be right back.
2 salads. 2!
Hush! just watched 2 hours and 2 minutes of something. It was a real mixed bag, you guys.
Yeah, a mixed bag of surfing, drama, and the power of male bonding.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's
Romance
so much
on
bonding.
many different levels.
Sweet
Sweet action.
The source.
sweet action, like, for example, a chase
We're
scene
getting right into it.
with many improbable obstacles and moments, including a lady who was just doing her laundry.
Yep. That's
However-
pretty probable. People
Yeah.
do laundry all the time.
Yeah.
Hush your face. There is no reason for
Disagree.
most of those things, and the most egregious, horrifying, terrible, nasty part of the whole thing is that somebody throws a dog.
Oh, that is not the most nasty part. You were angry about the response to the dog
Yeah.
throwing.
Well,
The dog was thrown thoughtfully.
And caught thoughtfully.
Yes, because he was a football star.
and then drop kicked
Again,
into the yard.
football.
Football star.
Okay, you guys,
The dog
It
was
was-
attacking.
that dog was
Kiana.
not. That dog was
Like a
like
vicious killer.
reaching out to hug him, and I mean, this is the hero of this freaking movie.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is it?
So,
I feel like it's an ambiguous hero in this
Oh.
movie.
Thank
because It's
you.
a complex story of morality and society's
well, you know what's
collapse.
also
love.
And love.
complex is when your friends mislead you about an adorable dog in a movie.
You saying that dog wasn't adorable?
I am saying you misled me about whether or not it would be harmed.
What did
Oh,
we?
I
Oh,
didn't-
did we say it
I
wouldn't be
didn't say
hard?
it wouldn't be hard.
We didn't say either way.
I think we said there's an animal moment
Yeah.
that we were looking forward to your reaction on.
Yeah.
No. You just said you were looking forward to it. You didn't
Oh.
say you were looking forward
Yeah,
to
because
my
that's like the
reaction.
best scene in the movie.
It's so good. It comes out of nowhere and the dog is just thrown at somebody.
I mean, just so everyone knows what happened
Oh.
when the dog was drop kicked, Molly stood up
Yes.
and yelled at
Yeah.
the television.
Yeah.
She did not sit down for like a solid 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it is on the level with the gun in the mouth
Oh.
of Norman the cat.
Yes.
That was
Absolutely.
Which was another standing
City
up,
Slickers.
shouting at the. I think that's still number one.
Yes.
But this might be number two
for sure.
Yeah.
animal reactions from Molly Chase.
Yeah.
I've seen this movie a few times, as said, but I never noticed the kick, the
Me neither.
separate kick cut
I totally.
after that.
I always thought he just kind of like tossed him aside.
yeah.
No.
Or like gently placed
No,
him
kick.
on the ground.
Yeah, but he kicks
him.
Drop kick.
And then I was thinking about that. So that scene is Keanu Reeves, Agent Johnny Utah.
Yeah. Special Agent Utah.
Is chasing his nemesis / lover,
Yep.
Bodhi.
Yes.
And then Bodhi throws a dog at him. And I was thinking, like,
So good.
since Bodhi has such a calm energy, he is able to, in mid-chase, lift a dog.
Right?
With no problem, and then throw it, but then Utah, who's chaos,
Yeah, exactly.
and not centered by the source,
Yeah.
surfing,
Yeah.
he still has to, like, fight off the dog.
Right.
okay. That dog was
He
sweet.
Tamed that dog in seconds. Think about that. He
Yeah.
was mid stride and he just made eye contact with the dog. The dog immediately accepted, like you accept the waves of the ocean,
Yeah.
and then allowed Bodhi to embrace him in his beautiful tanned arms.
Yes. And then be thrown.
And then was betrayed by that trust,
Certainly.
just as all of Bodhi's friends were.
Oh, you're saying the dog is foreshadowing.
I'm saying the dog was unnecessarily injured in this movie.
The dog's probably fine.
Whatever.
the dog actor.
Yes.
Dog actor.
The dog character is probably still fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it was...
Dogs, like, run into shit all the time
Yeah.
real hard. And they're fine.
Yeah. I will say, I don't appreciate yet another instance of demonifying, villainizing the pit bull breed.
Yeah.
Yes.
They are sweet animals.
Yeah.
But again, to be fair, as Molly pointed out, the dog itself was mostly just kind of like, hey, catch me. Like, it wasn't even like baring
Yeah.
its teeth.
Yeah.
The dog wasn't like attacking.
It was just sort of
anyone.
confused.
Sure, but they chose... The movie
Yes.
makers chose that to
They
be a
could
pit
have
bull.
chosen a Chihuahua.
Right.
Yeah.
Although that wouldn't
I
have
feel
been.
Would've
like
been more
if he would
comedic.
have
Drop kick a chihuahua.
Yeah, that would have.
He would get mad.
Could have been
Well,
like
it
a
would have
husky.
taken that dog out.
Yeah, it would have
like
like
I feel like a
exploded.
pit bull can
Take it.
take it.
Yeah, because they're dense.
Sure.
They're dense.
Yeah.
It is unacceptable.
Do you think they screen tested a few dogs and were just like, well, that breed clearly couldn't take a drop kick from a football star.
Yeah. He's a college
His
football.
know
feet
what?
are lethal
You
weapons.
know what? I think the stunt person or Keanu Reeves himself just freaked out in the moment and
Ooh.
drop kicked that dog
Improv.
out of fear.
because it's a separate scene. It cuts to the kick.
It makes
It's
no
not one.
sense to have the hero of the movie drop kick a dog. This is the opposite of what
He's
you're
not
doing.
that great of a guy.
Well, you know what? He is not. And I felt so conflicted through this whole movie.
Yes.
Yeah, because
And
it's
it
a
lasted-
great film.
Yes.
No.
Is
Art
this
film.
movie supposed to be like? Was that supposed to be a funny moment?
Because there are funny moments in that
There's
chase.
just a lot of moments that I think are funny, and I feel like the people who made the movie are smart enough to know that they are not to be taken seriously.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. The dog one's confusing because it is funny.
Right. But it's also just
it's
like
also like-
surprising.
I think it's more like a whoa that kind of moment.
Right.
Which then, since so much of comedy is surprise,
Yes.
we laugh because we're surprised.
Yes.
I guess so. I just, yeah. Also, I just want to say that apparently banking was much more popular in 1991 than it is now.
There's a lot of people at the bank.
So
A lot
many
of
people
people
at
in
the
those
bank.
banks.
Yeah, well, I mean, no internet banking.
That's true.
Oh, true. 91.
But still,
92, right?
91.
91.
91. Oh, we
Yeah.
bet 92. Dan
Yeah.
and I bet 92. Molly and Beth didn't weigh in. We were wrong.
Okay. Great.
I thought maybe it was 91.
Okay. Did you say it?
No, I didn't even think.
You
of it.
felt it though, like the waves
I
of the
just
ocean.
I tried to take credit for it.
Yeah. That's fine.
But I just also, so I'm a little upset with Keanu Reeves because,
As you should be.
Or are you like the actor or Johnny Utah?
oh, it's really
Because
hard.
they're different. I
Okay,
mean,
'cause-
Keanu Reeves takes on a persona of a
Does
college
he?
football star.
Does he really?
who went to
I don't
law
think
school
Keanu played football.
And yeah, learns to surf.
He probably knows how
And
to
he
surf.
probably knows how to surf better than Johnny Utah
I
does.
bet he does. Yeah.
You know, every time I heard the name Johnny Utah, I was reminded about how when my sister was in high school, she had an Arabic teacher, and he had planned to change his name, and the name he had chosen to be a more American name
Ooh.
was Greg Montana.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That is a great name.
That is a great
That is
name.
maybe the most American name I've ever
That
heard.
is a
Yeah.
great name choice.
It's excellent. I don't know if you ever went through with it, but I think he had
Greg
identified
Montana.
it as, yeah. And in
Ooh.
hindsight, I don't even know if he was serious, or if he was just saying that was the most American
yeah.
name there is.
That
yeah.
guy wears boots
Yep.
and like lights matches off his stubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Greg Montana. Light that cigarette from my own cheek.
Yeah.
But I'm just
Anyway.
saying that Keanu Reeves was confused. His character was confusing because he would do stuff like, okay, I've got this cool partner, not Steve Buscemi, but
Gary Busey.
Busey.
Angelo Pappas, which is also a great character name. That is like a win for the screenwriter.
He's like, hey, I'm going to yell at you until you open up at me
Yeah.
and tell me your theory about who these robbers are. And he does open up.
Mm-hmm.
And then Johnny Utah does nothing for the next several minutes of film but make fun of him for opening up.
Mm-hmm.
Is this what it's like?
To be a man?
To be a man? Yes.
Yes.
You have to yell when you have emotions.
And then when you express something genuinely, you get made fun of.
Yeah. I think it's a very accurate portrayal of what it is like to be a man.
Yes.
In this modern age.
Indeed. And that's why he's so conflicted, because he sees the freedom that Bodhi represents as a man untethered from the world.
Yeah.
He lives free.
And he wants to be him. Or be with him.
Or both.
Or both.
So
Yeah.
confusing.
Yeah, he's a confused character. Like, he is struggling throughout the film to be Johnny Utah, football scholarship lawman.
Yeah. Agent Johnny Utah.
Special Agent Johnny Utah.
100%
Oh, yes.
FBI shooting guy.
Yeah. You didn't remember that scene, right?
I didn't remember.
You didn't
I
remember
forgot.
that, Beth. The opening with the
No.
the gun range?
No, not at
There is
all.
an incredible opening credits montage of, like, slow-mo waves
Mm-hmm.
cut with Keanu Reeves in a tight, rain-soaked t-shirt.
Yeah.
Blasting
Yeah.
away at cardboard people.
I mean, I'll say I'm okay with this movie in that aspect.
Tight rain-soaked tees.
Yeah. That's the only part of Keanu Reeves that
There's a lot
I
of
was
tight
okay with.
tees. There's a lot of tight tees in this movie.
There are a lot of tight tees
Yeah.
and a lot of wet bodies.
Yep. Well, you know.
I mean, it's the source.
Yeah.
It's the source. Yeah.
But there's a guy at the end of it who That is his one role in the movie, is to look like an authority figure with sunglasses and then just go 100% Utah.
Yeah, first he clicks the stopwatch.
Yeah.
100%, and they both like fist pump at each other.
Which is like that's like a nice foreshadowing for the whole movie. Like that's our first moment of like intense male bonding.
Yeah.
Like they are with each other.
Two men are excelling
Yes.
at their activity.
At being men together.
Yeah. Shooting bad guys. So good. Molly, you remembered, and by remembered I mean guessed since you hadn't seen this movie, that there would be action.
Yeah.
Check.
So
Surfing.
much action.
Check. The two characters would be friends, maybe at the start or the end, or by the end. Check, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definite check.
But I feel like they're best friends in the middle.
Right.
That's when their friendship is at its most friendly.
Yes.
I feel like what we find...
And then it
point.
breaks.
Oh.
But I feel like what we learn is that Johnny Utah's real friend, his real bro, was his partner,
Angelo Pappas.
Angelo Pappas,
Yeah.
and not Brody.
Bodie.
Bodie.
I know you want to say Brody because he's your
He's
bro.
a bro,
Yeah.
Bodie. But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just like when you're in middle school and a popular person pays attention to you a little bit and you forget all about the friend that stuck by you since the 4th grade.
Yeah, but then that dork friend who stuck by you gets shot in the back multiple times with a shotgun.
Or by mean notes in class.
Right, and you realize,
That you have to
Should've
move
stuck
on for
with him.
survival.
yeah, I should have stuck with him.
Yeah.
And not been attracted to the beautiful, flowing, sun-bleached locks of the popular kid.
I have to say, though, his hair was great.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was like
Swayze's whole look in this movie is just fantastic.
He does this thing as well where he doesn't really blink.
Yeah.
And so he definitely has an intensity that I was having a hard time.
like you were
A hard time looking
overcome
away
'cause
from?
you were so
It just is,
like,
I
pulled
was like, I
towards him?
couldn't take his character as seriously as I normally would take a Swayze character.
Sure.
Because I felt like he was really going for it.
I loved it.
I mean, that was great.
I think you nailed it. You even said he's like a cult leader. Like he's
Yes.
just this like wild-eyed
He
guru.
is, yes.
He kind of is, and I had not seen that arc before. There's like the point where he really loses it, and I think they actually are trying to illustrate that. There's a point where he goes too far, and then he becomes like Anthony Kiedis and his gang, which is they only live to get radical, as he says. I think at some point he is living to get radical, and
For sure.
forgets about the balance that the ocean taught him.
Yes.
And that's when his bros get shot in the bank,
Yep.
and he gets unhinged
That's
and
right.
like takes. Don't worry about it, Gertie. He takes Lori Petty hostage,
Yep.
Yeah.
and shit goes south.
Yeah, real south.
Lori
To
Petty.
Mexico. Okay.
Oh,
No, I get it.
Sorry.
Lori Petty was in A League of Their Own.
Which
And
She
in
plays Kit.
the little sister.
Oh, the one who gets traded to Racine.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And she appears in later seasons of Orange is the New Black.
Okay.
I'm sure she's done lots of other things too, but it was so delightful to see her in a lead role, or lead-ish.
The closest to a female lead. Yeah.
And they did, I mean, in some ways, like, she did get some pretty great lines about, calling out the male surfers on the whole, like, giant waves and dropping and how, I wish I'd written it down. But she said some smart things.
She called them out of their bullshit a lot.
Yeah, she did.
She was a strong character. I'd say a strong woman, and the only woman.
Well, besides Mrs. Computer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Agent Computer.
Agent Computer. Yeah, Agent Computer, by the way, is my MVP of the movie.
You gonna tell me why?
Yeah. So she is the lady who runs the computer at the one computer at the FBI office
Apparently, yeah.
to search the database and whatnot. I don't know. She's just like, she's killing that part of like, I know how to use a computer, and then is like also making fun of everybody. Like when they're talking about how Keanu's contact is this attractive woman, and she's like, hot. Very hot.
She was really good.
She like, just, I don't care. I'll rip into you. She was great.
My MVP, similarly, was one of the other agents who was the, like, puffy-haired dude. who is like a real douche. He's the guy who, like, when Utah showed up late to his own race, he's like, what a flake.
Yeah. I feel like that line sticks out so much to me. Like, those are, like, grizzled FBI agents that are always making fun of each other.
Yeah.
To call someone a flake seems so, like, soft-handed of an insult.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was a rewrite of a different F word that they decided
was too far.
Too far. Or, I don't know, maybe flake.
Well,
I mean, flake's
it's
accurate.
91.
Yeah.
It's an accurate burn. He
It is.
flaked out on his
He did
raid.
flake out.
Well, I mean, that has bigger consequences than if someone like flakes on meeting you for a movie, right?
Sure.
So maybe it is a correspondingly intense.
Sure, in the
Burn.
world of the FBI.
It's like blue flame? What do they call him?
They call him a blue flamer a couple times.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Tweet at us.
Hashtag, what would that blue flame? Yeah. Something about being new or like a
Is it-
goody two-shoe.
Oh, never mind then. I was gonna say a blue flame is like the hottest flame.
Oh, so maybe he's like
It's a
Hothead.
really going for it.
Yeah.
Like in gaming parlance, it would be a try-hard.
Like, because they're trying so hard?
Someone who tries really hard.
Gotcha.
Which I still don't really understand why it's an insult. But if someone tries really hard when you're playing a video game against you, you can call them a try-hard and it's an insult.
So it's an insult because they're playing...
They're playing a game and the point is to win, but they're
Right.
trying hard to
Well,
win.
it sounds like they're being vulnerable, and so you have to apparently be mean to them.
Yeah, because they're
Yes.
putting themselves out there. Again, you're asking them to show some sort of emotional investment in a thing,
Yep.
and then when they do, you knock them down.
Call
that's
them a flake.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, I was bringing it back to the first part about how to be men together.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I know.
This is another thing about being men. We restate things all the time.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
My MVP is actually a little sadder. It's the security guard
That was
at
my
the
MVP.
end.
Oh.
And he only has a few lines, and he just really nails the fact that he knows he's gonna die.
He
and it's just
so
a bad
badly
idea.
doesn't want to help out. He just wants to lay on the ground and live.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That money's insured.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he knows the situation is screwed.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
just like, don't be a hero, dummy.
But that
fucking
other cop has to be a hero.
And
Gets
it's
himself shot and gets the security guard shot.
Yeah.
terrible. And
That's terrible.
I really, one thing I appreciated about this movie is how visceral and real, and in some ways not glamorous, in some ways very glamorous. But if you think about the type of gunshots and the way gunshots were portrayed in this movie versus like The Matrix or I don't know, lots of other movies,
Yeah.
it was very graphic and terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, when they start to live only to get radical.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like just gross, nasty, like craters and shoulders.
Kratos
and-
is a good person.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't like, oh, I've been shot. Let me fall to the ground. And
Yeah, like their bodies
Make
were
it-
getting shredded. Like when
Yeah.
Kiedis shoots himself in the foot.
Yeah.
Oof,
That's real gross.
that's real.
And he
gross.
does his best piece of acting.
Yeah.
He does. You guys, I love Anthony Kiedis, and okay, my best friend had the biggest crush on him, but I had such a crush on him. And it was just really hard. It was just really hard to see him not excel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because these lines were not.
Is it easier now that he like dresses like someone's dad and it's just kind of chill?
No, I just so wanted him to succeed, and
Well, I
it was
mean,
He
hard.
was my second place MVP.
Oh.
Mostly for the part where he's the one who's rocking out when they're like in the house, right? And
Yeah.
he like is like rocking out, laying in a bed.
Pounding his chest.
Yeah, and it is. It's something that I would never want another human being to have to do. But he did it. He did it on camera. He did it for art.
Because you think it's such an embarrassing way to digest
It
music?
just is like, yeah, who's doing that?
People who live only to get radical.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
You're trying to
I
get
mean,
so
the most
radical.
radical way to rock out is laying down.
He doesn't wanna, maybe he, like, the last time he tried to rock out, he was standing up and just, like, jumping around,
Yeah.
and he pulled his headphones off. Although, again, wearing headphones is, like, a less radical way to listen to music.
Yeah.
You should be blasting the bass. But maybe his friends yelled at him.
Yeah, they're just like, hey man, I'm trying to get radical in a quiet way.
They're not even like the music isn't even turned up loud enough that we can hear like the music playing, can we?
I mean,
Maybe
you just
he-
sort of hear like a tinny.
No,
kinda
I didn't even
can,
hear the tinny part.
Well, the lawnmower's going.
To be really
that's a
honest
good
with
point.
you, I thought he was having a seizure.
Yes.
I was like, oh no, he needs medical attention. That's the twist. And then I realized that was not the situation.
At first I thought maybe he was like doing some sort of drug that was making him do that, and then I realized he had headphones on.
It was probably both, right?
Yeah, he's probably blasting off on some
Yeah.
drug.
Is that the term?
Methamphetamine. Is that how they said it?
Yeah.
Methamphetamine.
Vitamin.
2 kilos uncut methamphetamine.
In that raid that goes terribly,
Yeah.
there's a moment where a lady who had previously been minding her own business, taking a shower,
Yeah.
beats up Johnny Utah.
Like
Yeah.
so
Just
fast.
Like
Rails
so
on him.
fast,
Yeah.
like Jason Bourne style.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of want to know her backstory.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was like more effective than any of the dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
And-
kung fu's the shit out of him.
And it's awesome because it happens after she has a very normal reaction, which is to scream
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
and cower. Because, you're just in your home, right?
Yeah.
And then she just,
Goes for it.
goes for
Yeah.
it.
I mean, your
Yeah.
home is also a drug den with a lot of weapons in it.
Yeah.
Well,
Too many weapons, you might say.
people might have criticisms of my home, too. But
Oh,
it's
yeah.
still home.
The number of guns in your home. There was, Molly pointed this out, there was an amazing moment where, like, when Angela Pappas comes to the door pretending to be just a goofy Gary Busey looking for his dog, they're like, shit, there's someone at the door, get your guns. And then they take out, like, what seemed to be, like, twice as many guns as they could carry, and then spent a good amount of time, like, deciding which gun to use.
I didn't understand that reaction at all. Like, he literally comes to the door asking if they're like, have you seen my dog? And they're like, get all of the guns.
Yeah. Well, they can sense it.
I mean,
When you live that radical, like,
I guess that is the most radical reaction to someone knocking your door.
Get all
I
the
do.
guns.
That actually does fit. Like, I wrote that down. Like, that actually fits, like, what we are presented from those characters. Before that, where, like, everything they do it as an aggressive asshole. Like, they surf like assholes. They confront people on the beach like assholes. They drive their open-air Jeep like
Yeah.
assholes.
That's a good point.
So, which, another word for it is radical.
Yeah.
They radically did all of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It all adds up.
It all adds up, right?
Good job, casting agent.
We guessed on the president masks.
Ooh, yeah.
Nixon, Ford, Kennedy or Carter,
No.
and Reagan.
It was definitely Carter.
Carter was in there,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
But no Ford, no Kennedy.
Nope, I was
Yep.
wrong.
Just
on
L.B. Johnson.
LBJ was the fourth one,
Yeah.
which we tried to let it go long enough to see if I could identify all four of them, but they pretty much were naming them as they showed them
Yeah.
in the first scene they were there.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get a chance to guess, but I will say honestly, I was never going to guess LBJ
Yeah.
by a mask. That wasn't going to happen.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think the part where Bodhi is naming all of them was specifically for people like you who are just like, oh, I don't remember, I don't know who this is supposed to be?
Probably. I
Yeah.
feel like it would be distracting to be like, oh, they're all presidents, but who's that one?
Yeah.
And like think about that rather than being in the movie, so it like gives the audience
Right.
a chance to be like, here they are, let's move on.
Or even worse, you don't recognize any of them, and they're just like, why are they all dressed up like these melty old men?
Yeah. Well, they say we're the ex-presidents, right?
Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like his speech that he gives when they're robbing the bank.
Right.
Yeah. I wonder if
We are the
there's
ex-presidents. That was a really good Swayze.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
I wonder if there's a choice to those four. It's not. Is it the last? Is it the most recent? My history's not good enough. Is this the most recent 4 ex-presidents?
Well, Johnson was after JFK, and after Johnson was Nixon, and then after Nixon was Ford.
So
No.
So no.
maybe Rosie, the fire guy, the guy who spit beer into the fire.
Yeah.
Maybe he used to be Ford, but because he was a mechanism, as Bodhi calls him, and it would just get too violent, they had to cut him out of the robbery element.
Ooh, I like that theory.
Sure.
Fan theory.
I'll stick with that.
Okay.
Cool. Are we going to talk about when they jump out of an airplane? Because I have a jump out of an airplane story.
Yeah, let's
Yes.
do it. So, amongst getting radical, the first time they jump out of the airplane, or the
which
second
time?
time, because they skydive twice in this movie.
Yep.
That's true.
Only one of the times do they fight in midair.
I don't know if that was fighting.
I mean, they make a
think
lot of
It
physical
looks
contact.
like insects
Yeah.
when they
Go ahead.
do it.
They,
Bang.
yeah.
Right.
The question is, did they bang? And
they
the
bang?
answer is yes, they did.
Emotionally.
Emotionally.
Right?
I mean, they are on top of each other, and then afterward, when they're on the ground, they kind of recap what just happened.
Yeah. Like they're
Seems
both
like
exhausted.
the cigarette moment. in the
Totally.
They're
movie.
all tangled up in the
Yeah.
blanket /
Parachute.
Parachute. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear to me what happened.
Pretty, yeah.
I'll get on board with that.
There's a lot happening with all of
Midair
that.
bang.
So this story did not happen to me. It happened to someone I met through scuba diving.
Okay.
Uh,
The opposite of
yes.
skydiving.
You
Well,
have done a lot of radical things. in your
Yeah,
life.
have.
you live radical.
I have. I have done a dive with sharks. That was
Oh.
foolish. So dumb, you guys.
Did you almost get eaten by a shark?
No,
Were
but
you in
it's
one of
so
those cages?
no.
Were you wearing a male shirt?
Nope. None of those things.
Hmm.
They just have you go down to the bottom of this little area, and then you keep your arms really close to your sides so that the shark doesn't read your hand or anything floating out there as like
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Because what they do is they have a guy who is just wearing like a chain metal glove reach in and have some chum on
Yeah.
a stick. And so like 30 sharks at a certain point are circling, and it's just, as I was down there, I was like, this is the dumbest. Why are we teaching sharks that people equal food?
Mm-hmm.
Like readily digestible, chummy, bloody food.
Yeah.
That sounds like my nightmare.
Yeah, it was terrible. And so, and also there's this whole deal where you don't want to, if your respirator comes out of your mouth, you're supposed to keep your hands really close to your body and trace up from where it's in the tank and pull it back to your mouth that way. And so you're not supposed to panic. And then same thing if your mask or whatever comes off. If your mask comes off and you can't reach it like without moving your hand out, you just let it go. And there was this moment where I could see the shark was perfectly timed because, you know, their body moves in that like certain sway. And I was like, wow, I'm about to get hit square in the face by the sharks. Yep. And I could see it coming. And I've got it on video. I should try to pull it from VHS. But anyway, sure enough, the shark comes and just whaps me like dead in the middle of my face and like pushes my, very fortunately for me, he pushed my, or she, I don't know, pushed my mask like closer to my face,
Yeah.
like square on, and I fell backwards like, you know those clowns,
Yeah.
those
With the sand
inflatable
at the
clowns?
bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, sand at the bottom. You just punched it in the face and I just went back and then floated back up and just blinked a lot and waited for it to be over. It was a terrible idea.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, a guy I met doing that was an EMT worker.
Okay.
And EMT workers are kind of adrenaline
Did you meet him
junkies.
because he was like, I need to check out your face
No.
afterwards? Like,
No, that would
Okay.
have been a much better part of the story. Actually, maybe it's... Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
The point is, he was going skydiving with other EMT workers. Or EMT... EMT? EMTs.
EMTs.
yeah.
This EMT was going skydiving with other EMTs. And they had kind of a weird jump. The altitude or the location wasn't quite right. They were about a mile off. And as he was coming down to land, there were electrical wires in his way,
my God.
and the wind wasn't working with him, and he very, very narrowly avoided the wires, which is why he was able to tell me the story.
Yes.
And had kind of a rough landing, but was fine. And so, you know, he was like a mile away from all of these where everybody else had landed. And so the van of sort of the follow van swung by, full of EMTs, and they're like, hey man, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. He was so elated, so glad to be okay. And they're like, we're going to go check on those two people. We'll be back in an hour. He's like, fine. And they drove away. And the moment they drove away, he realized his leg was broken.
Oh, no.
Terribly. But the adrenaline, the relief at not having been electrocuted meant he
Yeah.
sent like a whole van full of people who could have helped him away.
Wait, what was the plan? Why did he have to stay there?
Because they had to go check on the other people who had a rough landing
Oh.
about a mile away.
Because he was fine.
Yeah, because
So
they had triaged, asked him,
Right.
a person who knows how to triage,
Yes.
if he
Yeah.
himself was okay and he didn't get it right. Yeah, right?
Radical.
Yep. Yep.
Very radical.
He became a computer programmer.
Because his leg was so broken, he couldn't operate an ambulance
it was
anymore.
almost like a football knee injury.
Where his leg was turned 90 degrees the wrong way.
Oh, that was gross. We're talking now again about Johnny Utah.
Yes.
Johnny Utah.
Yeah.
Busted his knee in college. I get... So that was while he was in law school? No.
No. I think
He was playing undergraduate football.
He was a Buckeye.
Yeah. Blew out his knee.
Yeah.
Then couldn't go pro, so went back to law school on the football scholarship, even though his knee was busted at that
I wasn't
point?
clear on that.
I never put that timeline together.
Was the law school part a lie? When he lied to Tyler about his whole spiel?
Oh, maybe. I
My
don't
guess
think
is that
so.
he never went to law school.
He went to, well...
He lies to her a bunch, and then he
He
says
does
that
lie
his
to her a
parents
bunch.
are dead, and his parents aren't dead at all.
Oh, shit. I took it.
mean-
I took that as truth that he went to law school on a football scholarship.
Maybe that's why. Well, he did. The football part is for sure true because
Yeah.
we see his skills.
Well, and all the surfers recognize him.
Yeah.
Number 9!
Exactly.
How are you?
Which
So-
that part is insane. That there's a bunch of like adrenaline junkie surfers that like know intimately the details of college football, like his number,
Like
the
one
game.
guy.
Yeah.
From several years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, weren't they, though, at that point, kind of, they had gotten to know that about him, and they were like, hey, don't you know who this is? It's number 9.
No, that was like only Bodie knew that.
Yeah.
The other dudes were like, "Hey, you went too far, tackling him into the ocean," and that's how he calmed them down. He was like, "Don't you know who this
It's
is?
okay."
This guy's a famous college athlete." They're like, "Oh, cool. We love college football."
Yeah. Hey, didn't you do this very specific thing in a game I watched? Basically, is the line. Yeah.
But we know that football game was good because there was someone credited in the movie
Yes.
as help me out remembering exactly what it was.
Football coordinator.
It was
There was police something, and then the
Advisor.
same thing.
Football advisor.
Football advisor.
Yes.
Well,
Authentic.
it's a Long Beach football game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they need to know what football looks like,
Yep.
how to throw a football, what a football looks like.
Yes.
There are a whole bunch of things that need to be advised.
Do you think that was day one of the shoot? Like,
Yeah.
okay, guys, this is a football.
Yeah, for sure.
You bunch of actors probably never played a sport in your life.
Only know how to surf.
Hey, dancer boy, I see you.
Do you think he choreographed the entire football game?
The football advisor?
Like, was he the Wu Ping Yuan of football?
Yeah.
Famous
Yes.
I
fight
do think
choreographer?
that.
Yes.
Yep.
Maybe. I think there must have been a choreographer, again, for that jumping out of the airplane scenes. Patrick Swayze does,
So graceful.
Oh, it's beautiful.
it's truly incredible.
Well, he's a dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A dirty dancer.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that. I watched that movie so many times.
Okay.
All women do.
I've never seen it.
What?
So
Some
take
women
that.
do. I have also seen it.
I've also seen it. I just saw it last year.
Oh,
this
so
year.
maybe all
Last year.
people do.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Wait,
watched
what are you
it.
saying about yourself?
Wait
I'm
a
a
bunch of-
robot.
Oh, no.
We know that about me.
Yeah, right. Okay. Guy from Scrubs, totally in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
John
wrote
C.
this down.
McGinley.
Yeah, I wrote this down. He is like classic 90s cop boss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like any 90s TV show movie where there is like a boss of the cops that you are rooting for is like that.
Except for he does not have a mustache.
No mustache.
Yep, no mustache.
That was a major disappointment, and as soon as I saw that, I stopped paying attention.
That's pretty early on.
It's like really like almost the first scene of the movie.
I do want to say about that scene, and this is early on, but this is when it was confirmed for me that I was right, that this is a great movie wrapped in a shitty movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that shot when he's introduced to the FBI headquarters is just like one long West Wing style walking in the hallway shot before
Yeah.
West Wing, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's great. It looks really cool to walk through that whole office. And even though the dialogue's like not great,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the shot looks fantastic.
There's some incredible
I
shots in this movie.
Agree with you on that. I think that the movie was beautifully shot.
Yeah.
It's like great. It's just the rest of it that's terrible.
Yeah.
You know, and hearing you say that makes me wonder if the director wasn't like, wow, well, this dialogue is all terrible. Let's have them walk and talk.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
'Cause,
what can we
like,
do that's more interesting to the scene other than
Yeah, because she made it very chaotic or like extra chaotic, so
Yeah.
you couldn't catch all of it, which I think was useful. Because all I could think during this movie is I just want to read the screenplay because I cannot believe any of these words.
The first 10 minutes for Molly with all the like top boss dialogue, she like was already like completely against it. She's just like, oh, like anytime anything went over their mouth, especially once Papa started doing his little Razzie comments about everyone's a shit brickin' blue flamin' or whatever. She just like immediately checked out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said I hate this.
Yes, but then came the first beautiful shot of a certain West Coast Buddha riding the swell, and suddenly Molly was back in and engaged.
Yeah,
It's true.
This amazing pillow hair.
Yes,
I have to say that the surf shots and the surf talk
so good,
was right on.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did you feel about the philosophy that Bodhi was laying down behind surfing? Did you connect with that?
Yes. Because I do think, and they kind of got at this with Johnny Utah's first attempts at surfing, is that surfing is above all else, I think, an exercise in humility and an exercise in adapting to forces well beyond your control. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because one of the things I was thinking about when I learned to surf is my teacher was like, if you get pushed under the water and you're going to get pushed under the water because you're going to fall, it's like a really disorienting, scary feeling, right? Because water seems to be everywhere and there seems to be no up direction. She's like, you can count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and you probably won't get to 5. And I was like, because I'll die? She's like, no, by the time you get to 5, you'll be popped up just before you know it. And it's true. It's like, it's almost like being born because you're like, well, I'm at 4 Mississippi. This is not going to go well. And the next thing you know, you're up above, your head's above water. But then you got to watch for that next wave.
Right.
So I felt like all of that was really accurate. I'm not sure about the violence and the crazy eyes. I feel like...
For Bodhi?
For Bodhi, yeah.
Well, he doesn't like violence. He says that.
That's what he says, and then he murders all those people.
He reaches his breaking point.
Yeah, that's after he breaks point.
You guys, no one enjoys pointing out breaks and points more than Beth K. gives watching this movie.
Yeah.
There were a lot of breaking points.
There were.
And what is a point break? Did they talk about that in the movie?
It's where the wave breaks.
Right?
That's my guess would be. But
I knew it was a real ocean thing.
Yeah.
Wait, are you from California?
Yeah, wait a minute.
What's happening?
I moved to the Midwest.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You never caught a wave, bruh?
No, I've never caught a wave.
You never been surfing at all?
No.
Were you too busy building robots and warehouses?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh.
That's pretty much exactly what I'm saying. It's playing video games, being called a tryhard. Well, that's a newer vocab. Blake. The soundtrack to this movie is
so
awesome.
good.
I was trying to think why it's so good. I think this movie's hitting at 92, right? Which is right
91.
91, even better.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is pre-grunge. But we're like almost there. So there's like a mix of like guitar stuff, but then also like weird like Phil Collins jams in there as well. Not actual Phil Collins, but like knockoff Phil Collins.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like right before a Hollywood producer would be aware of what grunge is.
Yeah.
So like as far as they know, like this is what music is. And like a couple, honestly not that far north of them, there's this whole other genre that's been thriving for like a while.
Yeah.
But it hasn't quite broken
To that
to a point where the rest of the country is just on board. Oh, speaking of music, there's an incredible, I wrote this down as tangential guitar stringing, where Bodhi is like first, like it's like after the party has died down a little, they're hanging out around the fire. The guy from the band Hanson, is describing riding a wave or whatever, and then it cuts to Bodhi giving like his first philosophy lesson, and only like halfway through, because of the way it's shot, because it's so dark and it's like mostly out of frame, do you realize that this entire time he has been stringing an acoustic guitar,
which he never plays.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm bummed out now.
I kind of, it's funny that he's stringing the guitar, but at the same time, like if he had broken out into like singing around the fire, that would have felt out of character.
Yeah, it would.
Right?
Yes, it would have broken the mystique.
So he only strings guitars.
If he had like passed it off to someone else,
Yeah, it actually does feel like Like he's like, this is the zen part of playing guitar.
I know how to do this.
Actually,
That's me. Yeah, it's probably what it was. It was sort of just like let me help you, compadre, and grab the guitar, strung it up, and then just handed it back.
Oh man,
he never has to blink, so he'll never slip on getting the string in
or
there.
tighten it too.
Can we talk about how awkward the Johnny Utah? What was her name?
Tyler,
Lori Petty's character?
Like first kiss business was.
Oh, after the night surf.
Oh man,
yeah,
that was real hard.
It was rough.
It's romance.
It just seemed like. Actually, it was the next morning. Those kisses were way more uncomfortable for me.
Oh, right. When they woke up on the beach, he's like, "Shit, I'm late," and then spent 10 more minutes of a single static shot of the two of them kissing.
Yeah, except for he was like, I don't know. I just feel like he was trying to like eat her face or something. I don't even know what was happening. It was just weird.
It was a little weird. I think for me, like, I don't know. I just picture the words on the page of the script and what the screenwriter had in mind, and then you just hear it delivered like, goosebumps. And it's just really like, and then this really awkward shot of hands on the leg.
Like rubbing her goosebump legs.
But it was just like, I mean, and then after that is a come here or come over here or something, which sort of is an invitation, and that seems fine.
Yeah.
But like that moment of like, I just, it's just so, it makes me appreciate improv in some ways, because you don't have to have this idea and then have it carry through the page into a production and into the mouth of an actor you don't even know who it will be, and then it gets delivered in whatever way it gets delivered, and you're stuck with it,
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
Do you think that was improvised, though?
Pat.
Because Lori Petty looked legitimately cold in that scene.
I mean...
that could have been Keanu Reeves style improv.
Yeah. Just
goosebumps. And just like weird rubbing of the leg.
Like not since Muppet Hands from
Dave Ortiz will know what we're talking about.
It's the Tokyo Drift episode. But yeah, it's just, have I seen such weird hand padding?
Yeah.
Should we take a quick check-in on did they bang on the beach?
Oh yes.
For sure, right?
Yeah.
For sure they banged.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He had to awkwardly pull his pants up to get back to his raid because he's a flake.
What a flake.
But she's sleeping, and then he wakes up and he starts yelling, shit, shit. Like, if I were her and I woke up on a beach, like in an unfamiliar area with someone just yelling, shit, I would be more startled than her. She just starts giggling.
Yeah,
like, it's hilarious.
Yeah. She has centered herself.
Yeah,
right.
you're right.
The ocean.
She could sense the ocean.
She's near the source.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. See, every time I start to stray away, the source brings me back.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's a couple good moments that Keanu has while standing on the beach and looking out into the ocean and making realizations. The first being, and I had never noticed this before, but like he's learning to surf with Lori Petty, and then they spot Bodie. It's our intro to Bodie, and there is like he is making eyes hard at this dude.
Yeah.
Who isn't?
Right?
I know, exactly. Who is it? I had always been on board with this movie being a love story between Keanu and Swayze,
Yes.
but I never noticed that first moment. Like, it's love at first sight.
Yeah, for sure.
Aww.
Immediately he sees him and he's like, this is my guy.
Yeah. Goosebumps.
And then later, is it during the night swim? He recognizes one of the ex-president's ass and then has to go immediately because he knows that they're the bank robbers now.
Yeah.
I hadn't put those together before
I
either.
hadn't either.
The guy pulls out his pants and that's the moment where he's like, I figured it out, I gotta go.
Because his ass had the words "thank you" written on it, and he mooned the bank, and then the ass was on camera.
Yeah.
And we know that because they show the scene 3 times.
Multiple times.
Yeah. But also, the editing job when we see the camera ass
So good.
is great. It fades
good.
right into from the actual event to the FBI watching that tape. I thought it was a great edit job.
I think that's the perfect like metaphor for what you're trying to say with it
Yeah.
being a crappy movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good movie dressed as a crappy movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look how
Yeah.
great we edited this shot of a man's ass.
With the word "thank you" written on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
that
it's
is
great.
perfect. That is like the perfect, like, encapsulation of this movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wrote down smoking gun ass because it was like, that was his moment. The moment was when he saw the ass. He's just like...
Which, he's 100% FBI agent, so he can recognize an ass that's out in the ocean.
Yeah, exactly.
And pair it to one that he saw on a grainy-ass VCR tape.
Listen, if you can shoot a cardboard man and not shoot the cardboard child that he's holding in torrential rain, you can spot a nighttime ass on the ocean.
Hey, I'm on board.
100%
He's a
Utah.
100% Utah agent. Oh, man. So good.
I want to believe in my heart of hearts that all of the like ridiculous zazzes that Angela Papa said just came out of Gary Busey's brain. I'm sure they weren't. I'm sure most of them came out of the script. But he has some poetic insults for various people in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to... They're like almost too good to be written by the same person that wrote the rest of the dialogue of this movie. Right? They fit his character too well. Like they're so... That character feels so
good.
fleshed out,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
As the grizzled... old FBI agent.
Yeah, I would argue Busey's best role.
What? I can't name a ton of other Busey movies or any. What are some other contenders for that title? 48 Hours? He's that guy, right? Or is that Nick Nolte?
Ooh, that might be Nick Nolte.
I also get them confused.
Yeah. He's in one of the Under Siege movies.
Okay.
I'm sure he was in some earlier movies.
He's in the Buddy Holly movie.
Oh, yeah.
That was his first movie.
He's probably pretty good in that.
That was not his first movie. Maybe it was.
But
I don't know. But that's kind of his like major role.
I bet he's pretty good in that. I've never seen it.
But now he's just known for being like legit crazy.
Like wackadoo.
Yeah.
Like something happened to him, either drugs or
May
like
may not be.
Oh, he was in a motorcycle accident.
Oh, okay. Is
Yeah,
that what happened?
after the Buddy Holly movie,
Ooh.
he was in an accident and then he has brain damage.
Yeah.
And then they made like a comedy show about how crazy he is.
Yes.
I'm with Busey.
Well, he was on that show. He was on Rehab, Celebrity Rehab, which is not nice to people who are going through rough times.
Yeah, but I think he was also like on a show that was just about how crazy he is.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm with Busey.
I was
Right?
Busey,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
So
It's him hanging out with a guy.
I think that I think that he was brought back into the limelight through the Rehab show and then
Okay.
went on that show. That's my guess.
Yes.
Tweet at us. Win that Busey back.
Yeah.
Yeah, when that Busey back.
Well, I was truly devastated when his character gets killed.
Yeah, it occurred to me that I think every other time I watch this movie, I assumed there was a scene where Johnny Utah visits him in the hospital and we know he didn't die. And that scene doesn't exist.
No.
Like, there's every reason to believe he is dead, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Doesn't he, like, take his pulse and he's dead? Like, it's
Oh, I
like,
don't know.
I didn't see that.
just like
I
he
couldn't
gets
see through the
shredded
tears.
by that shotgun in a
Yeah.
brutal action scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would... Spoilers for the end of the movie, obviously.
Yeah.
I interpret the Johnny Utah dedicating his life and foregoing haircuts, chasing down Bodie, and then throwing his badge into the sea. I would interpret that as like Busey's definitely dead. Like everything is falling apart.
Sure.
And now he has nothing.
He's just wrapping up this one case.
Yes, one last
and
case.
but he's still surfing every day.
Yes, he does.
So what's he going to do now? Just
Surf, I guess.
wear a
Surf and
denim
rob
tuxedo?
banks. That would be great.
Point Break 2.
Yeah,
Okay, I
Point
would actually...
Break here.
Point
Broken.
broken.
Broken point. Anyway, I would actually have a lot more respect for the remake if it turned out that the new Bodhi was Keanu Reeves reprising his role as
Like
Johnny
Grease
Utah.
2.
Yeah, what?
Grease 2 is basically that premise.
Really?
Yeah, so Grease 1 is all about Sandra Dee
Right.
getting together with whatever John Travolta's character.
You know, we watched this for the show, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, anyway, in the second one, Sandra Dee becomes played by Michelle Pfeiffer,
Mm-hmm.
is now at this point a super hot vixen bad girl,
Oh.
and a wholesome dude.
Wait, she's
Pursues her.
also playing Sandra Dee? I thought she was a different character.
I remember it that Sandra Dee breaks bad.
Oh.
But
Oh.
I could be wrong.
Tweet at us. Hashtag
Yeah.
WhoDatD.
Yep.
I'm killing it tonight.
Yeah.
With these hashtags.
Yeah.
If Point Break the remake, which none of us have seen, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
And maybe most of America hasn't either.
Because why try to remake that movie?
Yeah, why remake?
I was
it?
I usually am
made
like,
money 15 years ago. I guess.
like I'm usually like just sort of cynically dismissive of remakes, but when this was announced, I was like legit offended when
Yeah.
this movie was going to get remade.
Yeah, because this one's so great.
And it's so like of its time too. Like you cannot recapture that magic.
Yeah, I guess exports are like a real thing now.
Right.
So there's a lot of extreme things they can do.
Sure.
And maybe we want to bring down the banks from the preview, which I watched multiple times.
Yes. I did as well.
Just like kind of hate watched it.
Except for that one line, which is incredible.
Yeah, I believe these men, like me, are extreme athletes.
That's for real.
That's in the
Says
trailer.
Keanu
Oh,
Reeves
we gotta go
type
watch this
character.
right now.
And they're like jumping off cliffs in their squirrel suits or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But like it looks like the theme of that movie is like they're not bank robbers. They're like bringing down the system. They're like
Yeah.
blowing up money
They're like
trucks and
Bond
stuff.
villains or something.
Yeah,
It
But,
seems like.
chaos and down with capitalism.
Right, which is just a typical like Hollywood machine grabbing the surface level and ignoring the beautiful golden Bodhi-shaped heart of the movie.
Yeah. Molly, you bet that Lori Petty would be a good guy.
Yes.
Check.
Check.
Spouse of somebody. No.
No.
Well, can't lock her down.
How did Bodhi describe it? They had
He was her
Had
woman.
no had time.
They spent time
They
together.
had time.
It had time. Yeah.
But he did say she was my woman.
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah.
Kind of gross.
Was though. She freed herself.
No, I know, but my woman?
I don't know.
Like, come on.
He'd already broken point
Get
at
it
that point.
together. Anyway, whatever. What?
She would be an awesome surfer,
Yes.
presumably.
Yes.
You see her surf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can hang with the 4 ex-presidents. She must be a good
10.
surfer. Ah.
Oh.
And a boater.
I feel like I was just getting desperate because I had to make a list of 3 things.
That was her fourth thing.
Was the restaurant she worked at one of those restaurants that's shaped like a boat?
They serve shrimp.
The shrimp. She could have been the one going out on a shrimp boat during the day.
Oh, right.
She could have been a shrimp boat captain during the
Yeah.
day, for all we know.
It's true. We don't know. We don't
I
know.
think she was.
I think she was.
I would also watch that movie.
Right?
I wish I had guessed waitress because I feel like that's just,
Yeah, that's how movies work.
And she was kind of a lifeguard. She did save his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like shrimp, but if you were to go to a restaurant, would you order shrimp and fries?
I mean, if they were like deep fried and I
Yep.
was like
Okay.
half drunk on Coronas, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Which you definitely would be if you were in this movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Coronas.
There was a lot of Corona going on.
Yeah. Bechdel Wallace,
Ooh.
Oh,
hard fail.
Hard
gigantic
fail.
failure.
There was
There
was more than one named female.
Yes.
There was?
Yeah.
Oh, Bodhi's new girlfriend actually never speaks to Lori
Tyler?
Tyler.
She does. She doesn't have a name, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because girl doesn't
Tyler's like, I taught him that move. And
They're
she's
talking
like,
about a man.
Oh, I like
right.
it.
Well, they're talking about the move.
talking about the move, but
No, it's
about
Lori
the-
Petty
yeah.
It
doesn't,
doesn't matter. She doesn't have a
I
name.
taught him that move.
Yeah.
All right.
and she doesn't have a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a bank teller who gets a
Oh,
name.
yeah.
Yep.
After that, oh man, that manager's the worst.
Oh.
So they're going for the vault, and which they never do. That's when
He goes, he's living to be radical.
he's living to be radical
Yeah.
at that point. He's like, open the vault, and the lady's like, oh, the manager has it, and he just hands off his keys rather than being like, okay, I'll open it for
Yeah.
you.
He hands off his keys and is like, just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Stand up for your employees.
Oh,
Yeah, it's almost like he drop kicked a dog in that bank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it comes in second.
yeah. So she had a name. It was like Janine or something.
Did Agent Computer even have a name?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, man.
No, she did because he hands off a file to her at the very beginning and says her name.
Oh, right. Cop Boss does, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Because I got my hopes up. I was like, oh, it's a named female character. Anything could happen.
So early in the movie.
yeah, something could happen and nothing does.
Yeah. So that's not surprising.
Does it
at all.
count that she's talking about Lori Petty's character
Yes,
when
hot.
they're looking at the computer?
Yeah, does the computer have a name? And does it count if she talks by typing to it? No, it doesn't. Fail. Meatball subs happened, and it was
Yeah.
glorious.
Two.
I don't. He says two
So many
many
times.
times.
Yeah, I still love that line, but I was trying to watch it and figure out why I love it, and I don't know. I can't explain why I love how he delivers the fact that he wants 2 meatball subs.
I think what it is that, like, he, like, as Beth pointed out, he brings it up so many times in such a short, like, period, like a short duration of the movie, but, like, why? Like, why does that need to be in there? Why can't they just be like, I would like 2 meatball subs, and then Captain Bigelow like, all right, cut, we got it. They're just like at some point they made the choice, like, just let it roll. Just let the camera roll. And they're like, all right, Gary, you want 2 sandwiches? And they just let the camera roll. It's
so
beautiful.
Good. It's so good.
Yeah. Do you think his old partner... Okay, two thoughts. One, his old partner never got that second.
Never.
2.
Okay.
2, Beth. His old partner never got that second Subway sandwich, meatball sub, for him.
Yeah.
Or his old partner died on the job, and they used to always eat meatball subs together.
Oh, and now he eats 2
And
to honor
he
him.
dumps out the second one for his old partner. It's like, this one's for me. The other one goes...
Right. And that's why he says, he's like, I'm so hungry I could eat the ass end of a dead rhino. I should have gotten 3 of these because he has to throw a second one away.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why he doesn't want some blue flamer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that theory. This changes the whole movie for me.
Yep.
Dump a meatball out for my partner. And then he's fucking. They're right in front of the bank, and he's reading the paper and like chuckling to himself.
It's really funny.
Yeah, he's
Like,
okay.
Marmaduke or something.
Probably he'd be into Marmaduke. That dog, so big. And they
I bet
missed.
so big you wouldn't throw it at somebody.
Yeah,
Couldn't.
he couldn't.
Well, Bodie probably
Bodie
could.
could. That bod.
Yeah.
How were the bods in this for you guys? Good bods.
Good bods.
Good bods.
Yeah.
Bods?
Like I said, made up for the terrible acting that Keanu Reeves has thrown out.
A good amount of midriff shirts, half shirts.
At
only
one
half
point,
shirts.
he was showing his midriff, presumably to say, I'm not armed, but we knew why.
Do you feel like Catherine Bigelow was like, this is our movie? I seriously had that thought when I was like the main female character has Tyler is her name,
Yeah.
and like then the like big masculine violent character in the crew is named Rosie.
Yeah.
I was like, do you think she did that on purpose to like make it so it's like, hey, look at the women are tough in this world?
Yeah, or like that shot where Keanu Reeves trips over the sheets of his bed just enough to expose his firm buttocks.
Yeah, I mean, she did that for American women.
Yeah, how many times did she make Keanu tumble around to show his buttocks? One more time, Mr. Reeves.
Catherine, I've done this fall like 70 times. My knees hurt.
Do you want to be a star or not? This is pretty early Keanu,
Yeah,
right?
it is. Yeah.
We've probably seen Bill and Ted's.
Yeah.
Because that's like maybe movie 1. And one of his greatest roles.
Guys,
The
there's
role
a
he was
moment
born
in
to
this
play.
movie where he smiles so big.
Yeah.
And I was so happy to see it, because you almost never see Keanu smile in a movie.
Sad Keanu.
Yeah.
It's a sad life, man. No one respects him.
Aw. Yeah, Beth.
His sister's got like cancer and stuff.
What?
Ah.
Yeah.
Aw.
Did you not read the newsletter I wrote about Keanu? For
I just remember he had like family tragedies. I don't remember like the specifics of it.
Yeah. He gives all his money to like crew and stuff.
Oh man.
He's awesome.
He's awesome because
There was, someone called it out. There was like classic Keanu shot, like above the bed. He's staring straight up.
Yeah.
There's like a woman with her face down so she can be topless but not shown topless.
Right.
While he's like staring disaffectedly out. Like
Yeah.
it probably is also in The Devil's Advocate and
Yeah.
probably a bunch of other movies.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's the scene where I said that I wouldn't be able to not laugh if I were her.
Oh, 'cause
He's
he's
like
kinda
rubbing her arm in
Yeah.
a way that I was like, that would be so ticklish.
Right.
I just like could not. If that was me, I would just not be able to.
But again,
stop
she's
laughing.
used to the movements
of the
The
ocean.
ocean.
right?
True. Guys, what I'm finding out is I need to go learn how to surf.
Yeah, we all should go take surf lessons from
should.
Molly.
Oh.
I don't know if I'd be as good as Tyler was. I just want to put an end cap on that. That what Dan just described with Keanu in bed staring up at the ceiling.
Yeah.
I want to try to, for our newsletter at totesrecall.com,
Oh.
I'm hoping to find a still of that and some other stills of Keanu in similar movies and see if people can identify which one is which.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've seen that still of him in multiple places.
I would also bet there's one in Dracula that feels, no, Jonathan Harkin doesn't really get down.
Yeah, he's
Unless
like the
they-
only character in that movie who does not get very sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they, although it's been a long time since I've seen that version of Dracula. I hear it stays very close to the book.
The
The sexy Dracula?
Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Yeah.
No, it's terrible.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
It's terrible and doesn't follow the book, or
Yeah.
okay,
Like it
Then
follows,
maybe
it follows the book in that like it names a lot of the characters.
Oh, okay.
But then it also adds like weird like things where Mina is like the resurrected wife of Vlad the Impaler or something.
yeah,
and it's
that's
like
not
it's bullshit. What?
Are you bored? Are you bored of Dracula talk?
Jeez, I'm sorry.
asleep.
I'm sorry this bad movie made you feel bad.
It's just one of my favorite books of all time.
No, it's a great book. Movie is
Not so much.
it's kind of pretty.
Wait,
What
is
about-
this the original one? Which one are we talking
The
about?
one with Gary Oldman
Oh, no,
And
that's
Keanu.
not the
and Winona Ryder.
The one with Bela Lugosi has probably another one of my favorite scenes of all time,
Okay.
which is like an outside shot of the castle, and there's like giant rats outside, but the rats are actually armadillo and possums.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
great.
I
That's
remember
awesome.
reading
I don't know if
that
I've ever seen
somewhere.
that.
Is that on AFI? Is that what you've seen?
Yes,
it?
yes. He doesn't blink once in that movie, which I wonder if that's inspiration for
Oh.
Bodhi.
Is Bodhi a vampire? Surf vampire.
He does like to surf at night.
He just goes into the ocean and then
Feeds
Yeah, and feeds.
or whatever, right?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Or is that like his coffin?
Like he doesn't really die because he's already dead.
Right.
Yeah.
So he really is free in the ocean. So we think that he's dead.
Yeah, I guess we should talk about the very end of this movie, right?
Oh yeah, sorry.
I
Spoiler
guess.
alert, he dies.
Or
does he? Keanu tracks him down at Bill's Beach.
We all tried
We all
to do
tried so
Australian
hard,
accents and
actually.
just failed
Oh,
miserably.
I speak for yourself.
You
Come
nailed it?
on.
Well,
I
let's see it.
feel like Beth and I nailed it in the moment.
Okay, go ahead.
In the moment.
Oh, I see.
Not
It can't be
sure we could
repeated.
do- Bell's Beach.
Bill's Beach.
There's
a
50-year storm.
50
Bill's
years.
Beach.
You'd have to be insane to go down the...
No one's surfing today, mate.
Oh boy.
Here come the police. You let him go. Nope.
No.
Abort. Abort.
Back up.
Anyway,
Walk it
Keanu...
back.
They flop on top of each other a bunch.
Oh, yeah, they have a...
Keanu is wearing all denim.
Yes.
And it's raining, which is his jam.
Yeah, he's
That's where
100%.
He's 100%
Yeah,
right.
Which
Bodhi's
that's gotta be
wearing
heavy.
like an old blanket or something.
Probably brought from Mexico. Kept with
Ooh,
him.
yeah, probably.
Like a poncho.
I thought he was dressed like Batman.
From
that the
far
mask?
away, yeah,
Yeah,
that
he had,
first
like, a
shot, it
cape.
does. Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like it's Batman.
But then...
It kind of is Batman, though, because like he said he like chased him all around the world.
Dracula. Okay.
Just like Dracula. Oh, wow,
Oh,
okay.
Dracula gets chased around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But it captures him, blah, blah, blah. Lets him go to go surf the final wave.
Well, he's I was going to say sucker punches, but that's not it. He allows Bodhi to think that Bodhi is drowning him, but in
Yes.
fact, he's handcuffed him.
Oh.
And so who has the upper hand
Yeah.
now?
And he's like, you're going down, or you gotta go down.
And then like a helicopter lands, and there are all of these officers who have gone out of their way
Right?
Like
on
too
what
many police, I would say.
is also apparently about to be a natural disaster, and they're about to evacuate the beach.
Right.
And they have all of these nice Australian officers.
Or at least actors pretending to be Australian officers. It was unclear.
It was unclear. But anyway, they all line up to just arrest this guy, and Keanu has him, and he gets talked into letting him go.
Because he calls him compadre, Molly.
Yeah.
That's a sacred bond.
Vaya con Dios.
Why were there so many police there?
Yeah, there's too many. I
Like,
mean,
he has karate skills, no question.
yeah,
but-
and he's committed some serious crimes.
Sure.
Like a lot of bank robbery. I guess some.
He killed a bunch of people.
But I mean, like,
Manslaughter.
were they really concerned that, like, him and his blanket
It
were going
was
to take
like
out?
a Hannibal Lecter,
Yeah.
like, quantity of people.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they had a bunch of extras around. They
Sure.
thought, like,
We'll pay these people.
yeah,
Yeah.
they
I
can
get-
all do Australian accents.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Better than Molly can.
But then he goes and surfs,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I was looking away or whatever, but I don't know. Like, does he? Is
It
it
is hard to
clear?
watch.
Is it clear whether he dies or not? I know Keanu's like he's not coming back, but I don't know if we take that at face value.
He kind of eats shit out there, and then you watch the, like, giant wave, like, envelop him.
Right. So you don't know. I think it's.
You don't know, but you know.
I think it's an ambiguous ending.
Ooh,
Maybe
question,
he's
though.
making a wish with a faithful heart.
Yeah.
Crouching Tiger.
Some Crouch Tiger.
However,
Hidden Dragon.
consider this, though. Like, he specifically says, like, I'm not built for a cage, man, or whatever he says.
Yep.
So, like, even if he's fine after eating shit in the wave, do you think he, like, allows himself... Do you think he counts past 5 Mississippi, shall we say?
Yeah, I think that was his last ride.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's completely believable that he would go
yeah,
suicide by wave
Yeah.
himself.
yeah. Suicide by 50-year storm.
Yeah, but maybe he's too good of a surfer to let that happen either. Like his instincts take over.
Yeah, right.
Then he surfs to New Zealand and he's just
Oh, like
living
he
there.
said he couldn't do, but he totally could.
Yeah.
Because he's Bodhi.
Here I am in Bede.
What?
They say Bede in New Zealand instead of bed.
What? Oh, I see.
Bede.
Bade.
What about Bede? Why did he go to Bede?
Because he's in New Zealand now. So he talks like that.
So he paddles to New Zealand and then goes to Bede.
He goes to Bede. He's tired from paddling all the way to
Sure,
New
I mean,
Zealand.
that'd be exhausting. Even for your
Dude,
amazing
you gotta go to
golden tanned
Bede.
arms.
At any rate, he does not get arrested.
Patrick?
P-
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze.
Sweezy. Go to Bede.
Go to bed and then teach me how to dance.
Well, let's go on the Lord of the Rings tour.
Oh, boy.
Sorry, New Zealand listeners.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, just that entire
We
chunk
had
of the
one.
globe.
We had one.
No, we have an
person.
Australian listener.
We had one Australian.
Oh, no, and now we've
listener.
ruined it.
Sorry. Well,
Maybe they'll
One.
appreciate our comedic failures.
you can send us a voice clip of you doing an American
Ooh.
accent.
Oh,
Ooh.
I
That
would
would be
love
Yeah,
that.
I would
amazing.
love that. That'd be great.
Hashtag, what would that yank talk?
Yank talk?
Yank.
Oh,
Like a
yank
Yankee.
talk. Yes, yank talk.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yep.
like crank yankers.
No. I don't want to be...
It could be in the form of a prank phone call.
Oh, okay.
If you want. That's up to you. Anyway, that's too much instruction.
Oh, boy. All right.
Speaking of user reviews,
Oh,
reviews.
incredible. Yep.
Gross.
listener reviews.
I mean,
That's
they use the
better.
podcast
They use
to
the
entertain
podcast.
themselves, to occupy some of their time or their
That's
day,
true.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there anything else before we move on?
No, I want to hear this.
Great.
Yeah, me too.
So part of our ongoing segment in this show, if you leave a 5-star review for our podcast because you like it, and we hope you do, we'll read it on the show in the impression of a character from the movie. Yeah, that's it. Or Nick Cage,
Right.
if we can't think of anybody. Leave it on iTunes and tell us if you leave it anywhere else.
Yes.
Because we won't find it.
Correct.
I'm not getting those emails anymore that I said I was getting, so I might have to figure that out in case you're leaving it on Australian
Oh, no.
or UK or Canadian. It
Yeah.
might be just North American. No, it's probably
Anything
Canadian.
outside of the U.S.
Anything outside the US.
Major bummer, iTunes. Fix
Yeah,
that.
fix it.
Why can't you get emails anymore?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Cool.
Anyway, is anybody inspired by anybody in this movie?
I would try to do a Keanu Reeves impression.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. A reading. Soft Silver Tane 5000. Molly, I love your car talk. I wonder if you'd really enjoy Gone in 60 Seconds, bro. Dan and Dan. Gone in 60 Seconds. Nicolas Cage and Angelina Jolie.
Oh.
Beth, I really like your insight. You are younger than my brother. I wish I could say more.
Is that it?
Everyone, this podcast is like Orange Day at Luther College. Cheetos, tomato soup. In other words, comfortable.
Yay.
That's piano.
Great.
It was great.
Thank you.
I would say it was a very comfortable
Silver.
impression.
Yeah.
Silver
I mean,
Chain
you
5000.
just have to pucker your lips and then you're doing Keanu.
But also, like, feel the weight of, like, your years of family tragedy.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I'm sorry,
Oh.
Keanu.
I'm so
I love you,
sorry.
Keanu.
You're... Now I feel bad.
You should.
you should.
I feel really bad.
It's okay, Beth.
Don't do this, Keanu.
I forgive you.
You look like the ghost of Keanu. Are you feeling sad now? Good and sad. Good. Well, let's get out there and catch the bad guys.
Oh, man.
So good.
I love him.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Thanks.
thanks.
Well,
If you're comforted by our podcast, leave your own review.
Yeah, do it. Gone in 60 seconds. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I have not seen it.
I feel like I've seen
It's
it.
got cars in it. Of course you've seen it.
I feel like I have.
Cars.
But I won't know for sure till I rewatch it.
So-
Real quick, does Angelina Jolie have blonde dreadlocks in that movie?
Ooh, maybe.
Ooh, I would believe that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I will double down on that.
Actually, maybe I have seen it.
Oh,
Maybe I saw it on a plane or something.
I definitely... No, I won't say definitely. But I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
okay. So you've definitely not seen it.
No, shut up. I might have. I feel like I remember thinking, oh, that's a movie I want to watch.
Well, Silvertane 5000.
Recommends it.
Wait for next Respect Listener
Ooh,
Opinion
yes.
Month.
Yes.
And suggest that movie, and maybe we'll vote on it and it'll win. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be the dark horse that comes in and overtakes all the other contenders.
Breaks all the points off
Sure.
the other
Yep.
Can I just be
films.
honest? I'm concerned that Point Break is going to win every year.
Well, we
It's
won't.
out of contention now.
Yeah, we're not going to do it again.
You know, it's stupid.
Let's people vote for it again.
No, those people can go
just
fuck
kidding.
themselves.
I mean, maybe we would talk about this Point Break and then watch the remake.
Yeah, sure, I would do that.
Okay.
Point Remake.
Ah.
Hey!
Anyway, let's
Pointless
stay
break,
present in
okay.
this Point
I
Break.
gave this Point Break 3-4.
You gave it 4
Oh,
because of surf stuff.
Cloth
Surf.
boards.
Quaff boards.
Quaff boards.
Quaff surfboards.
I think you guys, I mean, between the dog situation and just generally feeling impatient with a lot of just shooting and confusion and like people yelling at each other for no reason. I don't know. I didn't want to dampen anyone's enjoyment of this movie with my own newness to it, you know? Like I don't have the same kind of emotional like nostalgia. And also, I love Anthony Kiedis, and I was so concerned for him. I'm just, you know what? I'm just going to give it 3 quaff boards and 2 packs of surf wax.
Sex wax.
Well,
That's the brand in the movie.
I know, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Awesome.
Great.
Dan, you gave it 5.
Yep.
Stick with it.
Good.
I feel the same. Sticking with 5. Great movie. I feel confident again in my assertion about it being an awesome movie wrapped in a shitty movie.
Yeah.
Thank you, Beth, for that perfect encapsulation of the butt editing.
Totally.
That's exactly what this
Yep.
movie is. Yeah, Beth, you gave it overall a 5.
Yep.
You gave Keanu a 2, The Sways a 4, Busey a 5, Kiedis a 10,
Petty is 7, I think.
the John C. McGinley at Mustache, Lori Petty at 7, and the dog at Infinity.
Oh,
Let's go down the list.
Do you want to go
All
one by
right.
one?
So, yes. So what was the first one?
I guess overall a 5.
Okay, I'm going to stay at a 5.
Yeah.
This is the #1 dumbest movie I've ever seen. Every second of it.
Keanu at a 2.
Yeah, that's accurate. But also, I'm going to give him a bonus point because I feel bad about what
Yeah.
I said.
Compassion point.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sways at a 4.
His eyes stayed really wide open the whole time, so 6.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I fully agree with that.
Yeah.
Busey at a 5.
Yeah. I actually, I know that it's on a scale of 1 to 5,
Yeah.
but I want to give him like a 20 billion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's great.
He's great.
So,
He crushes
he's
it.
really good in it.
Yeah.
And, like, I love that character so much.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Pappas.
Ketis at a 10.
Okay, Ketis is going to drop down
Yeah,
to like
that's fair.
a 1.
Okay.
Or like maybe a half a point.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to give him a 1 because of his scream when he gets shot in the foot. Because
Yeah.
he
Good.
killed that.
He did.
Yeah.
Authentic.
I wonder if he went method, or semi-method, and someone like stomped on his foot real hard.
Yeah.
Or he actually shot himself in the foot.
Yeah, maybe he really shot himself in the foot. Like,
Commitment.
maybe Flea was on set and was like, dude, step on my foot super hard. I gotta act.
Okay, bro.
John C. McGinley mustache?
No.
No mustache. Lori Petty a 7?
Yeah. I'd stay at a 7. I thought she did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does good, right?
Yeah.
And the dog at infinity.
Yeah. I mean, that dog deserves every single point there ever was.
Yeah.
It gets drop kicked, and it's really a star.
Yeah.
So,
Think about how many treats that dog got after that scene was over.
Yeah.
When they rapped on Dog,
I bet that dog is a stunt dog and was like grateful for her work.
Yeah.
And was like very excited to show off his new tricks, her new tricks.
who knows?
No,
We
dogs are
don't
boys.
know, and we'll never know.
I bet
because
Keanu was really nice to that dog.
I bet he was.
He
I bet he
seems like
loved
a guy
it.
who was
Yeah,
nice
I
to
bet that
yeah.
dog went skydiving with him.
Oh, I bet he did!
Him, Busey, and the dog.
All
and
right,
skydiving, that's
assuming
movie.
the dog is okay, I feel like I need to bring up to a 4 quaff boards,
Okay.
mostly because hearing that breakdown, it made me very nostalgic for this movie. And I
See?
I feel like this is the kind of movie that I'll be writing the newsletter for, like, later and be like, oh, this is a great movie. But I should warn our listeners that I felt the same way about Tokyo Drift. And I
Sure.
feel the same way at this moment. I would rewatch Tokyo Drift, and it was painful. It was terrible.
Yeah, it's
this
not
is
good.
not the same movie.
No, this is
Yeah.
not anywhere near
No,
the same.
I know,
This
I
is
know.
the second
It
Fast
is
and
a
Furious.
beautifully,
Yeah. You watched.
it is beautifully shot, and there are excellent moments. That dog, though, I will be looking up information if anyone has any.
I'm sure the dog is fine.
The dog is certainly not fine now.
Well, it's probably dead.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, but that's from natural causes. After living a full life as a stunt dog.
Right? Yeah.
The dog was trained to fall appropriately. Right?
I mean,
That
this dog.
told his or her grandpuppies
Yep.
all about the time that she or he was thrown from Patrick Swayze's buff arms
Right.
into Keanu Reeves' buff arms, and then
The nightmare that followed.
Although, to be fair, that dog was probably neutered because high levels of like sexual chemicals is heightens the aggression a lot.
But it might have. They might have had their eggs and or sperm
Yeah.
saved before
Oh,
that.
Sure, 'cause it's a beautiful
bred
dog. Yeah.
for the next
Yeah.
generation of stunt dogs.
Oh, what if that dog has been cloned in Korea, and Korea is just full of the dog that got thrown in Point Break?
Yeah, that's probably true.
It's like a dream come true.
I bet this dog was better off than the cat from the African Queen, right?
Oh.
what happened to the cat in Africa?
Didn't we find just like a single frame whenever he's jumping off the boat? There's like a random cat just flying off the
Yeah.
boat?
Yes.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dog's fine, Molly.
But do some research or tweet at us. Hashtag, what would dat? Point dog.
Ooh, yeah.
Dog break?
Point dog.
Up to you.
Right.
Ooh, yeah.
No, point bark.
Wow.
bark?
That's it. Point bark.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Pointer bark.
It was a good call.
It was not
Point
a
bark.
pointer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point bark is good. Pit break. No.
Pit
Point
break?
bark. Point bark.
Pick break?
Pit bark.
Point bark. Okay, now I just really want to do like a shot for shot remake of this movie with dogs.
Yeah. Then do they throw a human?
Yes. Sweet justice.
Thank you for listening to Totes Recall. New episodes drop on the 15th of every month. You can find us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Totes Recall Pod. Subscribe on iTunes and leave a review. It helps more people find the show. Totes Recall is hosted by Molly Chase, Beth Gibbs, Dan Jaquette, and Dan Linden. Produced by Beth Gibbs. For more information, check out noisepicnic.com/totesrecall.